Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. As if they needed to drive home the point to the overly zealous side of the community. Greetings, YouTube. I'm sure you have mixed feelings. Maybe not. But take a look at what we've got here. After almost a year and a half, Nintendo is finally doing a full General Direct. Who'd have thought it? So it looks like some of the expectations are mainly Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and also The Legend of Zelda. I guess I can't blame people for Legend of Zelda, at least. I mean, so far we've only gotten Age of Calamity, and people really want to know about that Breath of the Wild sequel. We haven't heard anything about that since the day it was announced to be in development. So, what, are we going to hear about it in this Direct, or are we going to hear about it at E3 2021? No, as you know, E3 is on this year, but it's of course going to be digital due to the coronavirus. Yes, I'm going to be doing a reaction video to this as well. So, speaking of, just in this little introduction here, I just kind of want to make a couple of shout outs to some friends of mine who, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to user Wolf Phototech. He's the guy who kind of encouraged me to do these Super Smash Bros. Ultimate videos and show gameplay of me being King K. Rool, my current main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I guess that's how this whole thing got started. I'd also like to make a shout out to my new friend, user Sharon Loy. We've been talking on some of my YouTube videos here. Sharon Loy, if you want to talk with me more about various things, I'm going to let you make comments in this particular video, seeing as this isn't really much of a discussion. It's more of an introduction or a prelude to the upcoming Nintendo Direct. Okay, so on to the reason why I'm making this sort of prelude or intro video. As some of you may know, maybe not, I've been borrowing a video camera to, or at least that's what I used to do for some of these videos prior to COVID-19. And, but from that point onward, once the pandemic hit, I was just using this iPod Touch here to make my videos, and so, well, things changed like they did during the pandemic, and even if this whole thing does clear, since I was borrowing the video camera from my local church, as I was doing volunteer work such as filming services or segments of them, and well, even if we do get through this whole pandemic, I've been prepared to. I've been told that that I may not have to do this kind of volunteer work due to my local church taking on live streaming and such like that. So chances are I probably won't be able to borrow the video camera as I used to, and thus I'll be making videos this way. Now, I did have to use that camera because that video camera from before, because I was stacking it so I could measure it up to the monitor that I have that I usually play Nintendo Switch on when I'm using a GameCube controller and such. But I may just have to find a way with this iPod Touch here. Coming to Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2021. So, does this mean not Legend of Zelda, perhaps? Yeah, if Breath of the Wild sequel is coming, would it actually be taking a lot longer and thus we wouldn't see it here. I mean, I'm sure some of you are probably thinking whatever isn't shown in this direct is probably more liable to be shown at E3. Yeah, I know that's on, but I don't know how they're gonna do or if they're just gonna do another direct for that. It almost sort of makes up for not having a direct for so long by saying this one's about 50 minutes long. And for the record, that's got to be one of the longest directs I've come across so far. How am I going to manage that? There's a little bit of a blemish on this iPod Touch, or I should say, a snag to it. If I'm recording these for too long, the audio and video sync begins to begins to get a little uneven. So I make these videos kind of sparingly here, just to try to squeeze it in before things get a little uneven. Also, we might not get anything Pokemon related, and that's fine. Sometimes Pokemon just does their own thing with their own directs. They've actually managed to squeeze in a couple of directs during the pandemic, and that's how we've heard about all this stuff that's upcoming. You know, Pokemon Smile, Pokemon Unite. All I do know about Pokemon is that, well, Pokemon Day is on a Saturday this year. It's the 27th of February, as usual, I guess. But all I know so far is that we're expected to hear announcements all through that week. And, the week that begins on a Sunday, so what's that? 7 straight days of announcements? I don't know what we're getting for anything Pokemon as the 25th anniversary draws near, but it's probably going to be big. And, well, like I said before, all I know is that we're getting announcements all through the week that leads up to Pokemon Day. 2 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is where I am. So I'm assuming a lot of people are going to tune into this one. They're expecting it to be big because they haven't seen a Nintendo Direct in ages. But we still have to understand that these are still unprecedented times we're living in. COVID-19 has affected game development. But then again, this is 50 minutes, so you think something's going to come out of this. And it's specifically saying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so that means we're all but expecting the reveal of Challenger Pack 9, aren't we? Now, are we getting a straight reveal, or are they going to do what they did with ARMS and just announce what game or series or franchise that the fighter is from? Gotta be one of those two. I don't know if they I don't know if it was said that we didn't know who it was directly for Challenger Pack 6, and they just said it was from ARMS. I don't know if that was just because it was a direct mini. Oh, and one last thing. I can't be any more clear about this. I really don't care who the Smash Fighter is. I'm just looking forward to more content. As the wise user Murder of Birds has said in his introduction to his reaction to Steve video, he really doesn't care who the fighter would be either. He just looks forward to new content. And, he does make a point that those of us who set our expectations too high, well, at the end of the day, we're just probably headed for disappointment. And speaking of all that, I know there's been a lot of build-ups to this one, and based on all the stuff that's getting put out, false leaks, false information, or whatever, rumors, that there could be expectations on this one. Like, people expect Hayabusa, Rayman, Dr. Eggman, Master Chief, Doom, Crash Bandicoot. Crash is probably just going to be one of those characters that, that there might actually be some truth to. But even then, I doubt it's because of of the upcoming Nintendo Switch release of Crash 4. So in conclusion, I really should not have to see anybody come after me for whoever Challenger Pack 9 is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because I'm saying right now, I, I don't have a preference, and the only thing that bothered me about a Spirit turned fighter, and let me make this clear, the only thing that bothered me about that was that it was going to open the door to even more expectations from that toxic side of the community, the vocal minority side, the side that's full of itself, the side that's overly zealous. That door that gets opened, and they're just all but expecting that these things will keep on happening, and it's not just spirits; it's also assist trophies and Mii costumes. And the only thing that bothers me about that is that, the whole raised expectations thing, and then once the DLC ends, it, should Min Min from ARMS be the lone exception to this, you can only imagine this side of the community going, oh, so it's only Min Min that gets this exception? What makes her so special? There were a whole bunch of other characters that could have applied to this. Shantae, Waluigi, yada yada yada. Just hoping that's not one of the reasons why people speculate on a third Fighter's Pass. Alright, I've said enough. I'll be watching this Nintendo Direct, and I have every intention to record a reaction to it. As for what we get out of this Nintendo General Direct, Pokemon, Smash Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, we'll see what happens. Take care, y'all.